Hi friends, this is Coach Deb, and this is my weekly accountability check-in, and that's accountability for me and for you. And this has been an amazing week. If you have been following me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, you've seen my pictures and my videos from Las Vegas, which is where I was last week for the Beachbody Coach Annual Summit. And that was an amazing experience. I mean, the cool thing about being a coach is you get to go to that. And there's no requirement. You don't have to be a certain level of coach. You don't have to have a certain, income as a coach. Anyone that's a coach can go to that summit. And, I know when I first signed up as a coach, that was really all I needed. That was really all the incentive I needed to become a coach, besides the discount, of course. But I wanted to go to summit, and I wanted to work out live with all the trainers and just experience that. And, this was my second summit, and Sean T did the first ever live Focus T25 class, and there was, 7,000 coaches that took that class in 2 separate sessions, mind you. That was amazing to be able to experience that live. I mean, we're so in love with that workout. And by the way, my challenge group for Focus T25 starts on July 1st, and I have about 65 people in my group so far. The more, the merrier. So if you want to join us in that group, just hit me up on Facebook, look at my T25 videos. I've got the links to the group posted in there. But in addition, we had Tony Horton and Shalene Johnson and Leandro from Brazil Butt Lift and Debbie Siebers from Slim and Six and Sagi from Body Beast, and I'm doing Body Beast right now too, so I got my picture taken with him. And the Les Mills Pump and Combat crew, Dan and Rach, all the way from New Zealand, and Jericho and Dirty Chest Joel were there, so that was quite the thrill. And in addition, we had the core, which is where we get all this really cool Beachbody logo wear, my cool new P90X hat, and my blingy shirt. But that's just the fun part. I mean, there was also a lot of business sessions and training and inspiration. John C. Maxwell, who is an amazing author and motivational writer, he was there, and his messages, I mean, they're not about business, it's about life. It's about you as a person, and those things just spoke to me so much. And as I was listening to all of these things, I kept thinking about you guys, and I kept thinking about my coaches and how I was going to be able to bring all this information back to you all, and what I was going to do with it, what I was going to do with it to be a better leader, to be a better coach, to be a better wife, mother, etc. So just very, very inspiring and thought-provoking 6 days. I also got Insanity certified, so I am ready to go and start teaching that in a few weeks in the club that I teach out here in Kansas City. So that's really exciting. But the part I wanted to talk about was the transformations. And, we had the Beachbody Challenge winners. So hopefully you know that by entering your Beachbody Challenge story on the Team Beachbody website, you have the chance every day to win $500. And my husband was a $500 winner just a couple weeks ago for his transformation with P90X, P90X2, and Shakeology. So you should be doing that, and you can enter every month. There's also $1,000 monthly winners. There's $2,500 quarterly winners, and then the finalists from each age category, a male and a female, get $25,000. And then the grand prize winners, one male and one female, win $100,000. So we got to see the finalists of the Beachbody Challenge for 2013 up at Summit. And I'm telling you, the male winner, he lost, I wrote down, 221 pounds. I mean, this man was over 400 pounds. And he did Insanity. That was the workout he chose to do because he wanted the best results. So he didn't choose, the easiest workout. He didn't choose the workout, that was the least intimidating. He looked at Insanity and said, I'm going to do that workout because that's going to get me, I think, the best results. And sure, he couldn't finish it the first time he did it. Sure, he had to modify. Sure, he couldn't keep up. But my goodness, the man lost 221 pounds. And it has saved his life. And he's from Puerto Rico, and so he actually had a translator up on stage, but he was there winning, being recognized, and he won $100,000 for his transformation. The female winner is actually a girl on our team, on my Beachbody team, and she is a mother that lost 75 pounds, but she was, she said she hit rock bottom, and, she lost 6 dress sizes. But the Beachbody Challenge winners, it's more about what happened on the outside. It's about what happened to them on the inside. So sure, the physical transformation is important, but the winners are people that actually, had an amazing transformation on the inside too. And that's what happens to you when you change yourself physically. The things that happen to you internally, it changes your life. Truly it does. One of the finalists was a young woman in her early 20s. She said she was suicidal, and she had been bullied all her life for her weight, and, didn't feel like she had any friends. She was completely alone, and she, picked up Turbo Fire and decided, that she was going to do this, and and she completely transformed her body, and in return gained confidence, found new friends via the Beachbody community, and is now inspiring others and helping other young women to find hope in their lives. So, these things, this is life-changing stuff. In addition to the Beachbody Challenge winners, we had several coaches that talked about how this has changed their life. And, one of the coaches talked about, that now with her Beachbody business, her goal, her reason to get started as a coach and start learning about how to make money as a coach was because her husband was in the military, and she was really scared, and it caused her so much pain every time he was deployed, and she wanted to offer up a way for him to be able to retire from the military. And 3 years later, he is retired from the military at age 31. She's making quadruple the income that he was making as in the military. And so now together, they are, not only raising their family, their young children, but, they're working together now to build this business, and they have a much more quality of life. But of course, we love our military, and that's, amazing for them. But yeah, they have peace of mind now. This is what was right for their family. Another, several coaches, we had the Financial Freedom Award and got up there on stage and shredded their mortgages. They were able to, completely be debt free as a result of working this business. Again, just the life-changing things that I heard at Beachbody, it just inspired me even more that this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. I want to help. I have a big dream for my life and for my family, and my husband was there with me, and we share that dream. But it's more than that. Part of, you guys are a part of our dream. Helping other people be healthier and happier, live more fulfilling lives, helping, my coaches on my team achieve their big dreams. And, our dreams are all different. They're all very unique and very individual to us. But whatever that dream is, the worst thing, the thing that makes me the saddest is when I see people who don't dream, or who are afraid to dream because they fear failure, or because no one's ever told them that they can. And I'm here to tell you, just like somebody said to me, I believe in you. If nobody's told you that, then I'm telling you that right now. I believe in you. And I believe you can do what you put your mind to. But you have to put your mind to it. You have to put your soul behind it. You have to put your passion into it. You have to put your elbow grease into it. Big dreams don't happen without a lot of effort. And sometimes, I know sometimes we say we want a big dream, but we really don't want to put the effort into it. That's a personal choice. But I want to put effort into building the dreams that my family has. And being able to help other people achieve their dreams makes getting to where we want to be in life and with our family even more fulfilling. It's a win-win situation, and it just makes you feel good all the way around. So I'm sorry I'm rambling on, but there's so many things going through my mind after being at Summit. And I hope that that if you need me and to help you with your physical, your fitness, or even with, bettering your life, then I'm certainly here to help. That's what I do. And I will definitely be checking back in with you next week, but you know how to get a hold of me, so just hit me up. Talk to you later. Bye.